Wow, that was really racist. Welcome.
No, that's not racist. It's on topic.
Is it though? Is it?
Yeah.
So like,
oh my gosh. Okay, first off,
Wait, have you not seen that?
he doesn't know. He doesn't watch Rick and Morty.
I don't watch
Rick and Morty. Rick is obsessed with the
Are you recording
Szechuan.
right now?
Yeah, I'm totally recording. This needs to be
Yeah,
documented.
that's why it was all 3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
Szechuan sauce.
Okay.
Rick is obsessed with this thing called Szechuan sauce, which was released temporarily at McDonald's with their nuggets
Right.
to promote Mulan, the animated
Yeah.
movie in 1998.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they brought it back just for
Yeah.
a select few.
There's a lot of talk that it might actually come back, period, too. Which would be cool. I like to try
Did
it.
you hear how much it sold for?
Oh, yeah, it was like 15 grand.
Yep.
Wow.
And did you see who bought it?
Who was it?
Dead Mouse.
Was it Dead Mouse?
Yes.
That's a lot.
Supposedly.
Kind of wasted.
I won the bidding war. Yeah.
Do you eat it then? I would eat it. You
Well,
have to eat it.
it's
Yeah.
new, so yeah.
It'd be great
So
if
it's like Dead
McDonald's.
Mouse when he's bidding. Does he dance when he's doing it?
He has to.
$5.
That's probably why he. He probably
He freaking takes his little like MIDI keyboard and he's just like
he didn't
pressing
take
the
his
button.
helmet off.
Yeah.
He just couldn't see. He's like, "What is this?" Like,
Oh, I want that.
$15,000. Oh God, I'm gonna lose my house.
Then he gets oh man, it's really good.
It is pretty
Yeah,
good.
I'm okay with
He's
this
sitting in a
purchase.
box.
So, welcome everybody to another fun episode of Studio Alley. As you can tell, we're hanging out here in the alley and we're talking
Talking about
about.
Szechuan sauce.
Yes, we're talking about Szechuan.
John was
What-
saying that was racist, and it wasn't racist. Disney's racist.
Hey,
Yes,
it's
that's
like
true.
you just implying the word Szechuan is racist, and it's not racist.
I guess
Szechuan.
It's a little kind of offensive.
Why Szechuan?
That
Well, it'd be like
Szechuan
she's saying,
sauce and
we're
Yeah,
talking
but
about-
it's also a province in China, so
Yeah,
it's...
okay. It was a little weird.
I
It was
just
a little weird.
so you took me by surprise because it would be like me talking about an Italians or some movie and then and you're like, ready, 3, 2, 1, spaghetti. You're like
Mario.
Oh, what, yeah, I'm like what the heck, man?
That's not racist because Italians only eat spaghetti. We all know that.
Every town's like, whoa,
Right.
whoa.
Not cool.
Or that would be like saying, that would be like saying, ready? We're gonna talk about the Mexican cartel movie. Ready? 3, 2, 1, green card. Like, well, like, come on, man.
That's okay, guys. I'm Spanish. I'm allowed
See?
to joke, and so is Dave and John.
Yeah, so you know.
But
Except for
It's fun.
Shane.
Yeah.
being
not
Italian, I
Spanish.
can make more Italian jokes. Isn't it sad? Who's the most popular Italian figure in the world?
Mario.
Sylvester
Mario.
Stallone.
Exactly. Isn't that terrible? Isn't that terrible? He's a racist
No.
character.
I said Sylvester
The
Stallone.
Pope?
He's that slow.
Pope?
You're the only
The
better
Pope.
person in this group. Gosh.
Wow, yeah, they quickly just jumped out. Like
I
I
was-
was.
I was a joke, though.
Is
I
it worse
literally
though that I
Thought
was?
Mario.
It's better that I say Mario than my first thought. My first thought was Benicio Mussolini. Was my first thought.
Oh, that's
And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just thought that
that's
was
a
the first.
historical. That is
That historically, that's a famous
You
Italian.
just associate Italian with fascism.
Oh crap.
Okay. Why would we be talking about Szechuan sauce and racist stuff?
Yeah, now we're getting back on track.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, welcome
It
to
took
another.
a long time for this train to get back on track.
Right.
You know how buses loop all the way around, eventually they get back
Right.
on route? That's what happened.
It's
Well-
like we totally knocked down the wall here, the
Yeah.
Great Wall.
Okay.
The Chinese.
The Chinese Great Wall,
that's
right.
good.
Well, John,
Well,
the
it's
reason
falling down
why
the wall, so-
we're talking about the Szechuan sauce and the Chinese Great Wall and such is because Mulan is getting a remake.
Not really a remake, a live action.
Reboot? Well,
I don't know what you
whatever.
would
It's a
call it.
remake. It's a
It's a
remake.
It's a live action
It's a
remake.
live action.
It's
If you're
very-
gonna,
we've
if
been
you're
talking
gonna
for a while.
take a movie
Yeah.
and then make that movie again, that would be called and it's not gonna be as good as the original. That is what, sir? A remake.
remake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've been
There's a few
talking.
that
So,
were better than the original.
yes.
Huh?
No.
I was about to say, I was like, Shane
All
would
right,
be
so yeah,
choked up.
so we're talking. We've talked about before. We're talking Disney Mulan live action film. Welcome back, everybody. I'm John, also known as Blackie Pueblo.
Oh, we didn't
David?
do introductions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Who are
I'm,
these racist people we're talking about?
I'm David at Exploited Geek.
And what we don't tell you is that Dave is the most racist of all.
What?
Says, and I'm Josh. Hi, Patty. Hi, people.
That's ridiculous. Some of my best friends are white.
With us, join us again today
Like
is our good
Shane.
friend.
Shane.
Yay,
Hi, Shane.
Shane's back. Woo!
Shane's white.
Wearing a pickle shirt.
Yes.
Yes.
Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick.
Yes. Shane is like our.
Resident minority? Because he's a white guy.
Kind of, yeah. we should-
Yeah.
What's it feel like to be a minority? Because I don't know what that's like.
You have to represent the entire white population.
That's right.
I'll do my best.
All right, good job. All right.
That's
That's all we can ask, sir.
Said
Say
like
like-
a white man.
So you like mayo on your turkey sandwiches?
Yes.
All right.
That's
So-
all. Just mayo.
He's just
That's
like,
all.
yes.
Just mayo.
So we've mentioned it several times before because, and I'm going to be honest, I'm probably kind of pushing it because I'm really excited about the live-action Disney remake. I really am because I'm really hoping for this. We've been talking about it for a while now. So every once in a while we throw in some more updates on it. Before we even get into some updates, we've talked. Just a reminder: what do you guys think about a live-action remake of Disney Mulan?
Disney's Mulan.
Yes.
I think that if they do it like Beauty and the Beast, then that's money, baby.
Money.
Yeah,
Because-
but Beauty and the Beast was a bigger hit for Disney for the cartoon itself, so it's going to be
Well-
interesting to see.
But
Either way, Shane, I
The
love
Chinese-
Mulan.
the Chinese box office is a lot bigger now, though, than 1998.
That's true,
Not,
actually.
not to
Yeah,
not make a
that's
joke, but
legitimately
that's,
true.
Yeah.
that's probably a good deciding factor in why Mulan's getting a remake. And I would say, what do you think people talk more about, Hercules or Mulan?
Mulan.
Really?
Yeah, I
okay,
think
never
so.
mind. I'm
Yeah.
wrong.
Neither.
Really? Yeah. Because to me,
I
I
She's
think
like,
Mulan.
fuck the world.
Because in all seriousness,
more.
Well, no,
I think
you-
we're kind of in
Wait.
the minority that we like Mulan as much as we do.
Yeah.
I think people outside of us, brown people, like you.
Outside of us brown people.
Woo!
Woo!
Sorry, you are brown, sir. But
I like to say I have a healthy glow.
because I dated my fair share of white women, and
White girl? What's going on?
I've dated a few white women, and they've been
Oh my
Disney
God.
fans.
What's that? You can find a good brown girl for you?
Guess not.
You just made me think of Blazing Saddles.
Oh,
Where are the white women at?
But they've been
Oh.
Disney fans,
Right.
and when they think back
That's
to
because
Mulan,
only white people can afford to go to Disney.
what family can afford Disney Blu-rays? Whites.
The rest of us are still working with our rabbit ears hitting the side of the TV. I think it's on TV.
Where
Oh,
are
sorry.
we represented in cartoons?
Sorry, Shane, we're totally dissing you.
That's okay.
She's
Sorry,
like,
I'll
all
roll
right.
with the punches.
We live in this modern time with Trump versus everybody else. Like it's
Right.
just gonna happen. But yeah, they love Disney, fanatic about Disney. Mulan, they completely just whatever.
And
Yeah.
we've already
That's
had
such
the
crap.
Hercules movies. Thor.
Hey, Marvel
It
does
really
want
is.
to Disney, so.
It really is.
But actually, that's. Oh no, go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry.
I was saying, I met several girls that actually do legitimately love Mulan.
Maybe
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
I just say I think I've seen this is also not race, no more race jokes. But when we go to conventions and see Disney cosplayers,
No one ever cosplays Mulan.
I never see Mulan.
No, you're right.
I'll
That's
see Hercules. I'll see Megara. I'll see
Really?
I'll see
Oh, yeah.
I'll see those.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically Megara.
Yeah.
We'll see her a lot.
Easy costume and
Mulan, who you think would be easier, and also we live in this day and age where like we have badass action girls. You would think Mulan would have a resurgence.
You actually got a good point. Yeah, you would think.
That's why they're having the remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ding.
Yeah.
Play
See, good
ball.
point.
Minus all the racial humor, there's a message here.
No, yeah. Actually,
Is-
okay.
I do think I think we are in the minority that we are one of the few, not one of the few. We're probably the few people that actually love Mulan. Because I do put Mulan when people talk about not the golden age, but
Right.
the second best age of Disney films, the 90s. When you think Lion King,
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid was like 89, so it's like in that.
Aladdin.
Aladdin, and of course Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
I always throw Mulan in that group,
Yeah.
but most people are like,
Right.
Well,
like
that's
right
how I
after
am
that.
with,
You're right though.
Beauty
I'd
and
like
the
to get a.
Beast.
I'd like to.
Yeah.
It was like after most people consider like Hercules, like it was Hercules, then it was just downhill after Hercules. It was then Mulan, and then what was after that?
After.
The
You
Treasure
talking about
Planet.
Disney?
Treasure
I was gonna say
Planet. Oh,
Treasure
damn.
Planet.
But that was
Atlantis.
That's a guilty
Atlantis?
pleasure, though.
Yeah,
Journey to Atlantis was good.
I like the designs of it. I'm not a big
Yeah.
fan of that movie, but the look of it's pretty cool.
I like that.
Well,
Atlantis.
let's get down to business.
Oh,
See what I did there? No, but
To
some
defeat
information came out.
the Huns, and we
if
Be
you
a
was
man,
talking about-
John. Be a
they
man.
have to dress up as ladies,
Yeah.
and then Trump bans them from the military.
Topical.
Topical.
Oh man.
Topical,
Okay.
sir.
Well, that's why
See, a
it's
little
kind of
too
funny too.
political
What
here.
with the day and age, I thought this was kind of important too, because what with the times we're in right now, what's kind of important is So more information came out, and they are starting to shoot. They're going to start shooting in January.
January.
2018. And most of the shooting will take place in China, New Zealand, and Australia.
Oh, awesome.
This is pretty cool.
Wait a minute.
But
New Zealand and Australia don't look anything close to China.
But you gotta have
surprised, Shane.
You gotta have those cool swiping wide shots.
yeah.
Well, I guess maybe the
Maybe you'll see an orc
soundstage
walk
type
by
stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe.
right.
from Lord of the Rings.
Well,
it's got
yeah,
some-
say New Zealand is the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So there's, you just
You
have
have
some
an
nice
Australian guy
balance
play a
there.
character, right?
Yeah.
Hey there!
Oh,
Hey there, mate! I'm from
What?
China!
And
No,
Gollum's
but-
gonna combine
Yeah.
and
When they knock on Mulan's father's door, it's a big round door.
Mushu was like, just Mulan, hey Mulan, we found Radagast.
Benedict Cumberbatch does the voice of
Mushu.
Mushu instead of
Right.
Smoke.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So here's the good thing, though. Like I was saying, because of the time period we're in and with everything going on right now,
The political climate.
the political climate, I have to give props to this because director Nico Caro has revealed that Omega Underground is the web is reporting that the director is saying that they are in fact casting all the main roles will be Asian actors they're looking for.
Cool.
All
Okay,
Asian
good.
roles. So which is
Good.
cool. They're not going to get somebody to play an Asian.
So it'd be like the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yay.
So all that,
so somebody like Jackie Chan may be in there.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Actually,
Kurt
Ming
Russell.
Na Wen,
I'm
who
just
did the
kidding.
actual voice of Mulan, says she has interest in being in the film, but there's no word yet. But I think it'd be kind of cool to throw her somewhere in there, just out of tribute.
She played the crazy grandma.
Yeah,
Even though she doesn't
she's
look
not like-
old
she's
at
not
all.
old.
No, it's just, yeah.
She could just be the mom.
Right. But Carl's also stressed that in addition to staying culturally relevant, the live-action remake of Mulan will also rely heavily on music.
Good.
Yeah. So
Traditional
I like that.
Disney.
I like the
They
music.
better have that song, Cut the Hair in it. I swear to God. They better have it.
well, it'd be a cool ass scene though if you think of it from a dramatic point of view. Think of the shot, the filming of her taking her long
rain.
braid
Yeah,
and
it
freaking
really-
taking. Yeah, that would
Yep.
gonna be a cool shot, really. So I just want to keep up with it. I'm excited about this live action.
You know what
I
has
think
bugged
so.
me? Is do you guys ever watch Once Upon a Time?
Nope, never seen.
Nah.
No,
I've been
no.
Archie's a lesbian though in the show.
You just spoiled that.
Oh, sorry.
no,
Which is-
that wasn't
which
spoiled.
makes
That's
me
what I was
mad.
gonna go-
Yeah, that's-
Yes. Okay. See, I didn't watch it, but I may have dated a girl who watched it, and she
Okay.
kept pushing me to watch it, and I was like, oh, why should I watch this? I love Mulan. She knew I love Mulan. She's like, Mulan's on here. And I was like, oh really? Is her boyfriend or the son of the general or whatever from the Disney? And she's like, no, she's a lesbian. I was like,
Oh, come on.
wait, why is she a lesbian? I was like, because she's a strong woman that makes her, she has to be a lesbian? I was like, that's some horseshit.
That's really messed up.
That's,
I really
I was like,
think it was-
you can't be a tough girl and then also
Yeah.
be a heterosexual? Like, that's ridiculous. That's, what?
Yeah, I know.
So I have
when
not
heard
watched
that-
an episode.
Yeah,
of
when I heard that too, I was pretty upset about it. I was like,
Yeah.
really? You can't be a tough. I
Yeah.
agree. I was like, you can't be a tough girl without being still a female. I was
Yeah.
like, it has to be gay. Yeah, I thought it was very. And the fact that I hate to throw that card, but the first time we got an Asian character on that show, she's got to be a lesbian.
Yeah.
Right? Like she can't be just a strong Asian female. No, she's got to be a lesbian. She's
Nah.
gotta be a lesbian. So.
Why didn't you make Merida gay, huh? They didn't do that.
That would actually not even...
That'd
That
piss
would
off,
make sense.
That'd piss off girls, huh?
Yeah. That would make sense though. I mean,
Yeah, right?
No, why would it piss off girls? It shouldn't.
Huh? But they would get pissed off because they changed something about her. But you could change minority characters.
But they
because-
changed Mulan harder.
Exactly, but they don't care about minority characters being altered. If you have an
Mulan's a
iconic,
way
What's
better
also
movie.
new-
it is a way better movie.
than Brave. No offense.
Brave is not a good movie. Let's all accept that.
I think
I want to root for it because it's a strong female character, but when you watch that movie, it's not a very good movie, and she's not a very good character. Nor
no.
is it a good movie. Nor is it. I don't even remember it. I've seen that movie twice.
I mean, I know some people.
I might have seen it a third time, but I don't even remember putting it in for the third time.
I mean, I've known people who said about that movie like they identified with it more because they kind of had a similar relationship with their mother,
Yeah.
like the brave girl,
Yeah.
Merida. But I'm just like, I feel like that's hardly not that many people though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I just think that even that aspect of the relationship is explored better in other
yeah,
movies.
yeah,
So-
it is.
Here's another aspect for you to know.
All right, drop
Do
this
you
aspect.
think this will excite people more, or and I'll get to a point here, but I worry about it a little bit because also director Nico Caro has also revealed that the story will be a muscular piece of girly martial arts extravaganza in China, which sounds cool. It sounds action packed,
Yeah.
But do martial arts films
Appeal to
starring
ladies.
all Asians appeal to American audiences though?
Yes,
Used to.
they did. Use
Or is
In
I'm
the
talking
80s.
just Asian though, or does it only appeal to American audiences if we throw in a
No.
white?
I would
character?
say more kung fu movie buffs, more white guys than
I
there
was-
are Asians.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what
It's like
was that
Crouching
one?
Tiger, Hidden
Yeah, I was
Dragon.
gonna
Yeah.
say, yeah, that
Which one?
was
Crouching
popular.
Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah.
That
And that was all Asians, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Except
that was
the dragon,
nominated for
who
Best
was
Film of the
crouching.
Year, right?
Yeah.
That was nominated for an Oscar. So
Yeah.
did it win? I don't remember.
It won Best
I
Foreign
think
Film,
it
right?
won something.
Oh, so Best
Foreign Film, yeah.
How did it do here in the States? Did it do really good?
It did
Yeah.
really good.
Did it real
It
good?
was a low budget.
Okay,
film.
so that's kind of a minority though. Pardon the pun. I mean,
Minority.
you know, I mean, seriously, isn't it kind of
an
a,
exception to the rule.
yeah, exception to the rule that because I don't think like martial arts films just starring all Asians really
Well,
do very well here, do they? I mean,
Martial arts films starring all Asians are usually made overseas and they're usually low budget. So when
Right.
they come over and they make any money, they're going to be a huge hit.
this is
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Kind of like
Speaking of which-
I love The Host, and
Yeah.
that's a science fiction monster movie with an all Asian cast, and it
Yeah.
came over to States and it made a shit ton of money because it didn't cost anything over there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Did
Well,
you
it cost a bit, but not a lot.
Did
That
you
was-
guys see It Man?
Yes, I did. That was really
It
good.
Man was all Asian, and that movie.
Yeah. I
Oh
found an
man,
audience
that
here.
movie. It's
There's
awesome.
three of them, right? IP
Yeah.
Man or whatever, right? There's three of them.
Yeah, there's three of them, but the first one is. You know,
I haven't seen the
iconic.
second one.
One's pretty good too, but the first one's still better.
I think the Raid movies are pretty kick-ass. Specifically, the first Raid. I think the first Raid is awesome. I
Yeah,
think it's
but
probably
they
the first
kind
action
of find
film.
an audience on Blu-ray though, right? They don't really.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
That's the thing.
But also keep in mind, this isn't. Those aren't American studios pushing the money. You throw Disney's name on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
this is-
throw-
Yep, that's why I was
Yeah.
thinking.
You play on the nostalgia a little bit, even though people aren't absolutely in love with
Yeah.
Mulan.
They tease the Szechuan
There's
sauce.
so many aspects.
Szechuan sauce
Here's
comes
the
back
thing.
at McDonald's.
There's so many
You're gonna go
aspects of
nuts.
this movie to talk about. There's so many different things to talk about. Like, and there's so many things for me to be concerned about. Like, I really want this movie because
I think
as
it's
far as the
Mulan's
younger
awesome.
generation and young kids stuff, this is going to be a great movie for young girls to look up to. This
Yeah.
hero of Japan that's a female. I mean, it's a great.
China.
great
You're
China. I'm
China.
sorry. I apologize.
Oh.
Sorry. China.
Boo.
Sorry. I was
Not
thinking something else
cool.
at the same time. You can't think two things at one time. But at the same time, I wonder though, because with our generation nowadays, today, will they even care about having an Asian hero nowadays? Because like you
Yeah, why
said,
not?
think about it. When you go to conventions nowadays, you said to yourself, you don't even see hardly
No.
anybody dress up like Mulan.
Yeah.
Until this movie comes out,
You think
then
this
you
movie
probably
will put a
will.
push?
I think there'll be a resurgence for it. Yeah.
Right? You
Well,
think that?
keep in mind, John, like, you see, girls cosplaying Disney. Now, usually, like, Elsa's, Anna's. You get the occasional Belle, maybe.
You'll get an occasional Rapunzel.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever seen a Snow White.
I see so many Snow Whites.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen a couple.
We've interviewed a few Snow
Yeah.
Whites.
Oh. Well, I guess that I don't. Maybe I just haven't seen
Yeah.
Snow White in a long time. Just forget
Yeah.
what she looks like. But, like, you get, like, maybe a couple Cinderellas, too. But
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
I guess not.
It
But
doesn't-
I'm just like,
it doesn't have to land for us. That Chinese box office is gonna fucking make a killing.
You think it'll
Disney
huge,
putting out an all Chinese cast in a film all about China. China's gonna eat this up.
Oh, yeah.
And if the U.S. likes it too, cool. Do you remember, John? You're a Disney bitch, as you say frequently.
I'll admit it. Yes, I am.
Oh, I think the term you use is Disney fan.
Disney
yeah.
file.
Disney file. Yeah.
Just
that sounds
style.
terrible.
Do you remember how every month or whatever they'll release a Disney classic on Blu-ray?
Yeah, and it's
Remember-
like out of the vault.
Out of the vault, they show
Out
the
of the vault for
animation of
limited
the vault.
time. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
Open up on Tuesday and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Out of the vault we have, and they'll just go all out, just big box sets, collector's
Yeah.
editions. Do you remember when they released Mulan?
No.
Yeah, exactly. They just threw that shit together and threw it
So
on the
why
shelf.
do you
They
think
didn't
that
even put a
is?
slip
Yeah,
cover
so
on
why
it.
do you think that is then?
Because people fucking suck, man.
So wait, Mulan's on Blu-ray?
No, it's out on Blu-ray. It just came
No,
out.
it is.
But I
It
think-
came out. I'm not. Don't quote me on this, but it came out. I think the same time as another movie. So they released like one movie and put a lot of promotion on it that it was being re-released. Something like it was like Pinocchio or something, and then they also released Mulan with it to dupe people when they go into Walmart and they see the box of Pinocchio on Blu-ray, and they'll go, oh, Mulan also came out and it's $5 cheaper. Well, I'll get Mulan too since I'm here.
But I think also it was partially due with how well it did in the theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do these big promotions with the movies that did really, really well in the theaters, and this one was kind of a mediocre for them.
Do you remember the shitty animated film or animated song they threw in Mulan on the Blu-ray release? They didn't do that.
Oh.
Because
they didn't. That's good.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But they do that with the bigger movies.
Yeah.
They're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So. No.
I guess I just want, and I sound like a parent, and I don't have kids, so maybe you could hit home for you, Shane. I just want a lot more attention to Mulan because I really think that girls nowadays are really lacking in the hero department. I mean, and this is gonna sound terrible, but from a social point of view, we've got Kim Kardashian, and no offense, Taylor Swift, Katy Perry.
Hey,
these are the girls that people look up to.
First
right?
off, Taylor Swift, I thought it was fucking awesome with the wole lawsuit thing. I thought it was great.
No, that's cool. Yeah,
I was like, also Taylor Swift's music, it's not good. It's not good music, but it's significantly better than a lot of other female singers that are considered feminist heroes like Katy Perry. I'm like,
yeah.
Get off your Taylor Swift problem. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I mean, the fact that I agree with you because the fact that Taylor Swift sued that guy for $1.
Yeah,
I think that was pretty awesome. She sued the guy for $1 for grabbing her butt.
She wanted to demolish his career,
right?
And she's like, "Your career, your reputation is worth $1 fucking dollar."
Right.
I mean, I'm like, "Damn, that's some bad blood."
Cool. But okay, so in that aspect, you're right. I shouldn't bag on as much as I know. I shouldn't bag on Taylor Swift. But you see what I'm saying though? Like, look at the heroes that females have today. Like I said, Kim Kardashian is still one of the biggest followed Twitter accounts. You know. Yeah. And I got news for you. I'm one of those people too, and I'll be honest, I followed her because of her nude pics. Now she doesn't even post nude pics anymore. She posts all her makeup shit, and she's still followed by a huge amount. Those aren't guys following anymore, I can tell you right now. That's women and young girls following her because of all her makeup and all this and her stupid stuff. Yeah. So girls are really looking up to her. Or all these other reality chicks on TV. Like, girls strive nowadays to, I want to be on reality TV, or I want to be, like, this is what they strive to. Look at the freaking, what's the other girl, the Catch Me Outside girl. She's making a fortune now. And she's showing kids that, look, I'm a smart-ass kid. I'm a smart-ass little girl, and I'm picking fights with people. And and people are looking up to her. And I'm not even a parent, Shane, so I don't envy you at all that you've got a daughter and
that has no idea who any of these people are.
Which is good, I guess, right.
And Shane's like, I didn't think about this problem. Thank you, John.
I'm just saying, if I had a kid, I'm concerned that there's no real heroes really out there. It's and I could be wrong. Text me, write me an email and say, or drop me a line on Twitter and say, hey, no.
Schools, they're pushing more on the sciences and technologies for girls now. Right. They're trying to get them into these fields, not and trying to get them away from these celebrities.
And when it comes to film, though, we got Rey from Star Wars, and I swear to God, if I hear one idiot say Mary Sue one more fucking time,
Mary Sue.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic.
Oh, okay.
Mary Sue.
It's people who don't like Rey from Star Wars. And I agree to a certain extent there are problems with her, but they call her Mary Sue and shut the fuck up. But, but yeah, you have Rey, you have Furiosa, and I didn't see it, but Atomic Blonde apparently is supposed to be kind of like her character in Atomic Blonde.
Yeah, but the movie bombed.
It didn't bomb, did it?
Yeah, it bombed.
It bombed?
It bombed.
And
that's my point,
well,
though.
Also, that is an R-rated movie.
People not going to see? I mean, I don't know. I mean,
well, also heard word of mouth.
I can't think of her name, too, also from Guardians.
Oh, Gamora?
Yeah.
Oh, Black Widow, until, they made her a monster because she can't have babies.
Which, to me, again, it shoots down that character as a hero now. Like,
And Wonder Woman was the highest grossing
Wonder Woman was the first one in a while. I thought that was really a pretty good hero.
And we'll talk about that character a little bit more later.
All right, so
things are better. Things are certainly getting better. But one of the things I joke with Josh all the time is, we follow cosplayers, and cosplayers are usually females, and they are hungry for strong female characters, and they generally dress up as stupid characters because there just isn't a lot of them. Specifically, the one I always bring up is the character from Sucker Punch.
Oh.
Fucking hate
Baby Doll?
Baby Doll.
I think it's the Spider-Gwen.
I hate Spider-Gwen too, but I don't know the character in comic books. I just hate that character because of what she represents. But Baby Doll, I've seen that film multiple times. I own that on Blu-ray to watch just to go, this is how you not make a movie.
Yeah, seriously.
But Sucker Punch is garbage. It's a garbage movie that thinks it's really brilliant, but it's shit. And girls ate that movie up because it just had a female lead in it that, you know, was tough. That's it. Girls, I didn't know this until later, that girls like cosplaying as Celine from Underworld, which isn't a bad movie
I was
series.
a better person to cosplay than Baby Doll.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's just girls.
What about Laura Croft then too?
Same thing.
Well, that's a big one,
girls
too.
are so hungry for a female protagonist that they'll kind of eat anything, and it's a shame. Just, but I
intended there.
I think of that line in The American President. They're so thirsty for something, they'll drink the sand.
Yeah.
That's how female fans are right now. They're so thirsty for female heroes, they'll drink anything. And right now, we're finally starting to get some good ones.
Yeah.
With Gamora's depiction, and even now Nebula in the second film, they depict her as a more complex character. With Black Widow, Wonder Woman being the highest grossing. Really, if anybody's gonna really actually legitimately excited for Justice League after Batman vs Superman, it was because Wonder Woman was good.
Yeah.
So it's
but that
really
goes,
bad.
bring that up too. The fact that that's another one I hate. You're on a roll there, and you've got really good points.
Yeah.
But that was another one though that Suicide Squad came out. How many girls dress up like Suicide Squad?
Damn it, John! I was trying not to talk about that because I hate it
But that's my point,
He's like
though.
crushing
For,
his hat.
I just crushed my hat.
So I'm like, you bring up all, to me, you bring up all these really great characters, right? But then I go to comic convention and I see
It's Harley Quinn's
10 times more Harley Quinns
and not just
and 10 times more anime characters that are half naked, and I'm like, but there's no, like, to me, there's no real I don't see enough strong female characters that are being represented to me. I really don't. Now maybe we'll get Wonder Woman now because Wonder Woman was fantastic, did really good.
Yeah.
But like you said with Baby Doll and
then,
Harley Quinn,
then you really look at it, Harley Quinn was a character that celebrated domestic abuse, and she's
right.
At the end she's happy because she's back together with the guy that abuses her.
Yeah.
Fuck that movie.
Exactly. I just don't.
I was trying to dance around that so hard.
My point is, I'm really pushing this movie because again, I don't have kids. I would love to have kids someday. I don't know if it'll happen in my future, but as far as Mulan, not only is it a great story and it's based on most of it's based on true stuff. Obviously, we're going to add some color to it. You know, some humor. What's the word I'm looking for? You know, we're going to embellish the story a little bit.
There
I guess,
you go.
You know, that's
there you go.
But I mean,
every good story's worth
I think
John.
I think Mulan is one of those great characters that we shouldn't just push under the rug. You know, because it's a great character that girls should look up to, and I want this movie. I want this movie to be so good.
I'm more excited about this film than I was for Beauty and the Beast. I'm more excited. I'm more interested in this than Lion King.
I agree with that.
And
the live action, not live action Lion King.
Yeah, I still don't understand that to me, but whatever.
It's super CG.
It makes me think of, remember that joke in was it in Joe Dirt? Where the guy's head exploded because he was thinking too hard or something like that? It was Joe Dirt. No, they did it in South Park also.
It wasn't Joe Dirt. No way.
Cochran was talking about the Wookiee on Andor. And it just showed
that's right.
one guy in the jury just going, and his head just exploded.
Yeah. He is a Wookiee. Why is he on Endor? Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And that's John when it comes to the live action Lion King.
And from a filming point of view, too, I keep thinking, Nico Carl, please don't break my heart because you can have such amazing cinematography on this. Like the scene with all the soldiers riding the horses down the mountaintop. You know,
snow coming down.
Oh my god, it could be amazing shots. So I'm hoping to God that this is the one I'm really hoping for. Like this one I'm really excited for. So I hope it's good.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any final thoughts? Go ahead, Shane.
I just thought of another movie that had a pretty good female hero, but I cannot think of the name of it.
Who's that?
It was a real, almost like a documentary. It was a Eagle Huntress. It was so low, but it looks so good.
I can't remember.
She's the first. She's like 13 years old, trains with a eagle to go hunting.
Falconer.
Yeah,
nice.
And she's the first female in like 100 years that was allowed to do this.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I remember seeing the trailer. I remember the name.
Yeah.
Can I put that on like my Twitter account, like David, artist, critic, Falconer?
Sure.
Because that is like the coolest thing to describe somebody. I'm a Falconer. My free time. It's my hobby.
All right. Well, let me know what other movies out there are really great for heroes that that girls can look up to. And is that movie being pushed? Put that way.
Well, we live in a day and age where we have a female president. Oh wait, no, we let the universe down.
I think I don't want to get into that. It's like, I think both presidential candidates before they got whatever were both laying the universe down. But this one's laying it down pretty damn hardcore.
One's a Nazi.
But then again, you wouldn't really know how it worked the other way. So
one wouldn't be defending a Nazi.
That's true.
That's
true.
saying.
No, I know, you're right.
All right, anybody else got anything else to add to this, to the Disney Mulan situation?
I will say, like, Shane brought Lord Prop. There's not as many movie female heroes. However, for video games, though, it seems like they're pushing harder and harder for female heroes. Yeah. I was trying to squeak that in there somewhere, but I never got
I really want to see a Metroid film.
Yeah, that'd be freaking awesome.
Samus is a woman.
Yeah. Samus is a
and
woman.
I don't want her in the Zero suit that they completely sexualized her. That's
What about I Am Flux?
And Fox, that's anime, so there probably is a video game with that, but that's anime video games. Come on.
Can I just ask a question?
I'm just kidding.
In
all seriousness, why don't female comic fans stand up against the sexualization of superheroines?
There's not enough of them.
You think that's what it is? There's not enough comic fans?
Like, I can just see female comic fans be vocal about it.
You don't think so? Because like they'll take characters and they completely change the uniform, make them sexualized, and you're like, well, why she can't fight crime in that? That makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, most comic book characters were created before 1980.
That's true.
It was all created by white men in New York. So there's an ongoing joke was the reason why Power Girl has giant boobs is because Wally Wood would constantly draw her boobs bigger and bigger per issue to see if the editor would say no. And that's why. It's because inside jokes between a bunch of guys.
Yeah, well, it's still kind of mainly mostly white dudes.
Yeah. There's a female comic writers. There's only a handful of them.
That makes me think of Jumanji, then the new remake of that, where she asked about the clothing option.
Which
and they make fun of it. Yeah.
Why am I wearing a half shirt in this jungle? Yeah.
Yeah.
And really, honestly, if you look at Marvel Studios, their films, they don't really sexualize women that much. I know there's scenes that they cut out because of it. There's the shot of Gamora zipping up the jacket that was in the trailer where she's not wearing anything underneath the Guardian's jacket.
Yeah.
That's not in the movie.
No, it's not.
But you get shots of Chris Pratt without a shirt quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's that other shot where Gamora's not wearing a shirt and she's looking at Chris Pratt too.
That's cut out of
the film. Yeah. They don't sexualize their female characters at all. So.
Yeah.
Or they a little bit, but not to the extent of what you would think them to.
No. All right, so keep in mind you can follow us on Twitter. I'm Lucky Pueblo.
Exploited Geek.
And I'm Peach Hamburger.
Night G6.
And are you a Falconer?
Yeah, there's a band called the Falconer.
Really?
Yeah, they're actually pretty interesting.
Not very good.
They're like folk metal. No, they're good.
Okay. But just when people say like they're interesting.
I feel like Americans wouldn't get it.
Oh, okay.
Even though they speak English and stuff, it's just like you have to be into kind of that, like I am. So
I've never heard of folk metal.
You never heard of folk metal?
We're gonna blow your mind, Shane.
Oh, Shane. It's time to educate Shane.
Uh-oh. But you can always leave us a comment here. Talk about your favorite female characters that are strong.
Leave a comment about how Shane sucks because he doesn't know what folk metal is. We're just saying Shane today.
And he defended Suicide Squad.
No, I say Shane. I agree with you, Shane. I don't know what the hell folk metal is either. That's like 99% of Americans do. So just
you learn something new every day.
It was a really weird time in Bob Dylan's life.
Yeah. All right, see everybody next time.